Yes, come on, shorty, let's go. Girl, I see you over there in the corner of the dance floor, and I know you're acting shy, looking at the corner of your eyes. So I pick my heart up off the floor, move my feet closer to yours, catch my breath and I say.
What's going on, guys? It's King K back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about what I believe to be some of the greatest issues with our generation today. We live in the social media age. We live in an age where everything is about, basically showing off and flexing for the gram. I believe that's the first problem of our generation today, you know what I mean? Like, people feel under pressure to live up to that and to be like that, what they see on the internet, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's killing a lot of, ambition. It's killing a lot of people that could be using money for better things. I don't know what else to basically categorize that as, but, it's hard to basically live in a world where it's all about consumerism and capitalism, and everything is about, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing to buy, the next thing to spend money on. But nobody's really teaching you how to, make money, and nobody's really teaching you the secrets of money and how money works, and, how to benefit yourself from, things like the stock market or, real estate. It's all about buying and consumerism. And I feel like that is a major killer of, success for young people in this day and age. And a lot of people don't really know that, because the trends are so popular that, you feel like you don't fit in if you don't participate in this sort of lifestyle that we've been deceived into becoming a part of, right? That's the first thing. The second thing, which is also related to this major problem, is, everything is about liabilities. We're focused on acquiring liabilities as opposed to assets, right? Liabilities as opposed to assets. We want to own, fancy cars, want to own things that look nice, but at the same time, we're not really investing into assets. We're not really investing into things that, will give you a good ROI, a return of investment for your money. We don't focus on that. So I feel like that is another major killer of our generation. And we need to really address that. Millennials are really struggling to, enter the property market because of how, high the prices are, and, how ridiculous the real estate market is for new entry right now. But, there's other ways around it that I feel like people need to start talking more about, as opposed to it's not possible. Everything is possible when you know what you got to do, when you know how to basically make it work when it seems to be impossible, right? There's a lot of, hacks. There's a lot of ways to raise money, ways to, invest your money and get a good return, and then invest it, right? Flip the money and put it into, what you want to put it into, and if it's properties or if it's, business, there's a lot of ways to make money in these days, this internet age. So that's one thing, right? Another thing that I feel like is a killer of our generation is basically failure to plan ahead. We don't think about the future. We think about now. We think about today, what we're going to benefit from today, and not really tomorrow. That's another problem why a lot of people don't invest, right? Because it's not instant. It's not something that you're going to basically benefit from right away. It's something that you need to be patient. You need to plant a seed and wait for it to mature before you take it out. We don't have the patience for that. We want quick money, fast money. We want today, enjoy today. Because another thing people will tell you is tomorrow is not promised. So why am I going to put up money that I could use to enjoy myself today for tomorrow? So another thing about not planning for the future is, when you're really young, you just want to have fun and you just want to live life to the fullest, and, party sometimes, before COVID anyways. You just want to enjoy the full experience of life. You're not really thinking about when you're in your 30s, and whenever you see stuff about, planning for your future, you really choose to have selective memory and ignore it because it's not applying to what you're going through right now. And, coming of age, there's a lot of things that you can do to incur debt, student loans, credit cards and stuff like that. So a lot of people are more focused on paying debt than really securing their financial future. They're really focused on working and paying off debt as well. That's why there's this excuse of, okay, I gotta focus on paying my debt first before I can start investing and all of that stuff. But it's not the only way to go about it. Acquire debt, pay out the debt, and keep working, living paycheck to paycheck, and thinking about the future later, and rather than planning for it right now, right? Another thing that I feel like is killing this generation is there's just too much options, right? There's just too much things to focus on. So there's a lack of ability to focus. Your mind is everywhere. There's so much things to know, information overload. Talk about Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, talk about the cell phones, the internet, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. There's so much going on in the world, and you're just trying to really fit in and be a part of it, that it's hard to really think about the important things anymore. And I feel like that is really killing this generation. The lack of focus. Another thing that I feel like is killing our generation is lack of or too much mentorship. A lot of people are either getting bad advice, no advice, or too much advice, and it's there's just so much to, which is part of the information age, right? There's too much to know, or you get too much overload that you're just I want to unplug from this and just want to figure it my way and do it my way. And I feel like really it's hard to want to find help or advice, because Google is saying something, the gurus are saying something else, and it's where do I plug into? Who do I listen to? The people are calling you for promotions, you're getting emails about all kinds of stuff, all kinds of advice. Everybody basically is giving advice. So what do you pick? Who do you choose? Who do you listen to? And I feel like for me, the best person to listen to is the person that you resonate more to, the person that you feel like you've applied what they're saying and you're seeing success, and the person that also, by looking at them and observing their life and paying attention, you're seeing the success in what they're saying and how they apply to their lives, right? There's results. Results are very, very important when it comes to picking a mentor, picking, a source of information to pay more attention to. So focus on that. Focus on basically finding the right source of information to key into. And I feel like that will make a huge change in how your life goes. If it's mortgage, if it's investment, if it's school, if it's life planning. I've been in that situation where I've been lost, and I've either had no mentors or too many people in my ears telling me I need to do this and I need to do that, and it gets all confusing, and I'm tired of so much information. And I had to basically sort out the good, the bad, and figure out what was right for me. Another thing that really is killing our generation is living above our means, right? You want to have the most expensive car, you want to have the most expensive house, or rent the most expensive condo because your friends are doing it and because it makes you feel good. Whereas you have a job that you're barely able to keep up with the payments or the lease or the financing, and it starts to hurt your credit, and it starts to hurt your future, your financial future. And I feel like it's really, really bad. You start to accumulate bad debt. You start to really fall into that loop of debt, owing no money, or losing things that you've acquired. So it's really, really crazy how much people tend to live that lifestyle, which is part of the first thing I said, the fake lifestyle, right? The Instagram age of gratification and just flexing. You make a little bit of money, it's out the door because you want to live above your means, and rather than saving and rather than investing, you just want to blow it all and keep up with the Joneses, right? And it's a really, really bad thing for our generation. And I feel like people need to know that it's cool too to live below your means. It's cool to not buy something even though you can't afford it, because that money can go into investment, and that money can go into your savings, and that money can do something better for your life in the long run, as opposed to just maxing out your cards, maxing out your savings just to keep up with the Joneses, right? So it is cool to not rock designer, as opposed to the rap culture and the hip-hop culture and the pop culture in general. It is cool to not drive a fancy car just because it's fancy. Pick a car that works for you and that suits your family life or your personal life or your individual life and your bank account and your needs, your actual needs, not your wants, right? That's all the information I got today, guys. I hope you found it informative. Thank you so much for tuning in to King K once again. I will see you in the next video.